Hello guys, this is Max from MHS Prod and today we are going to do a new tutorial. This tutorial will be focused on the Realflow plugin. I've made some videos on the channel in English about Realflow, about MoGraph, how to start, how to make a crown, and other English videos. You have the content language in the upper right. You must know that I'm French, so you directly understand the bad accent, and you understand that most of the content is French. But I try now to do a lot of English videos because I had more and more requests about please do English videos because French is a very beautiful language and it's too hard for people to understand it. So I make English videos. This is French humor. If you didn't laugh at that, it's because you're not French. So we will start right now, and if you are new to the Realflow plugin, I invite you to watch this video, its first steps with Realflow for Cinema 4D. That's a quick videos, about 20 minutes on the very basics of the Cinema 4D Realflow plugin. So today we will see how to use the thinking particles and the measure of Realflow. You must know that in X particles you can convert particles into thinking particles. So we will see too how to use the Realflow measure and all the options of X particles. This is a very powerful option because the measure of Realflow is different from the skinner of X particles. So you can use every modifiers of X particle and have the benefits of the Realflow measure. The quick example that I've created is these particles just moving around the sphere. So I will delete all that and I think we can start now. The first thing I will do is to set up my Realflow scene, taking the scene object, disabling the display icon, and go into my cage folder for Windows and select my cage in my work disk, because I don't like when it's written on the same disk as Windows. Can remove the old cache because I've simulation cached and I like when it's clean. I will set up my measure and we will come in the mesh tab just after I've linked our thinking particle group. I will show directly the options with X particle. So I load an XP system and disable the icon in the viewport because it's not my kind of icon, and I like when it's clean. So I will choose into the generator tab an emitter. I will not do complex stuff just because the focus is going to be on the technique and not on doing a complex scene. So I hope when you learn this, you will have a lot of experiment and cool results. So I will just take a simple shape on a sphere and go into my emission tab and choose a shot with, for example, I'm very bad with numbers. It's 5,000 thousands. I don't know if it's thousands or thousand. Leave me a comment to help me improve my English. When I click play, I have X particles, and when I go into emission tab, thinking particles, and when I click generate thinking particles, I have this very cool crosses that represents the thinking particle. You have into the simulate tab the thinking particle option, and you have thinking parameters. So you see that my thinking particles, my X particles converted into thinking particles, are added into the global options. So 0, 5,000 or thousands, I don't know. And now the thing very nice is when you go on the measure, you can link directly fluid driven by the emitter particles, or you can link thinking particle group. You must know that X particle have his own scanner, which is very powerful for motion designs option, but in my opinion the Realflow measure is by far better for all the fluid simulation. And if you think it's not better, I think it's more easy to use to have a great look onto fluids. But for me, Skinner is very nice because you have something that you can do with the measure. I will take my emitter and put it into source object, and now you see my Skinner effect, which is look like a great ugly blob. And you have more options to control it. I will go then in my measure, but I show you some Skinner option. It works a bit differently, but you have very cool options to control polygon size, render polygon size. You have options to preserve volume, geometry, and stuff like that. And if I do a quick live preview, you have the look, and it looks nice. I will disable my Octane render for the moment and just take my C4D basic render, because probably you're not using Octane render, and I will show you things that I like on the measure. So when I do a quick render, you see that the fong and the smoothing is by far harder to have a great look with the XP Skinner. That's why I like a lot the XP measure. So now you understand why I say the measure is more easy to use. Easier, not more easy, because you will see that just simple clicks I will have a very smooth and great looking surface, and with the Skinner you need to tweak a lot more to have cool fluid setups. So I go into my measure, into my mesh tab. I just take my global particles group and just click and drag. If you're good, you can drop it here, and wow, it's linked. So when I go to the beginning, wow, I generate mesh. So I can go with a higher resolution, have a greater radius, smoothing, thinning, relax, and I just do these very simple parameters very fast, and when I click play I will have a very great looking very quickly. I will just reduce the radius and maybe add just less shout count just for the tutorial, because it's going to be quicker. And when I will do now a quick render, all looks smooth very quickly. Just go into Measure when you know how every parameters work. Sorry for you, but for the French guys, I'm working on a full complete tutorials about the X particles option, but I'm not good enough at English to do a complete tutorial on this, but I explained all these parameters in my upcoming great tutorial. And when you know your form, you have a better workflow with better looking with Measure when you're doing fluids. So it's very nice to use X particles with the Measure, because right now I will show you that you can have the benefits of all the X particles option. So for example, I will just create a small sphere, take it here, add X particles tag XP collider. I will leave the normals outside and leave every parameters like that. I will add two modifiers that you have the. I'm going to motion. I will add, for example, attractor and put an attractor here with 100 force strength. I will add another modifier which is called avoid, and I will take my sphere into avoid in the object tab, and now you will see that all my particles will avoid my sphere and be attracted by the attractor. And I like the way it works and how it looks. And this is a very basic use and very simple. You can do that with Realflow, collider tab and the demons, but the demons are a bit limited because in X particles you have so great options to do complex animation. You have complex motion modifier like some flow, explode. You can do some gaseous simulation, and I like the way it works. And you have different kind of stuff, and it's very nice to have the possibility of using the Measure of Realflow with X particle. Another thing that I like is its simulation. For me, the scene, the cache works very quickly, and I like the way it works. It's then very smooth and lovely. So during the cache, I will invite you to subscribe to our Instagram if you're not already a subscriber. Maybe you can watch some little video that we have done. I will disable the sound. That's a short animation that we have done. All these are personal renders, or I will stop speaking and go subscribe. You can subscribe too to my Instagram motion designers. Here I post pictures of guys I like. You can submit your renders using the hashtag MDCommunity. And wow, some cool renders. And when I see cool renders, I repost it on the page. I will show you something cool. It's everybody know Andrew Kramer, which is the guy from Video Copilot. It's thanks to him, because he learned to me a lot of things and to a lot of people. And you will see that Andrew Kramer's follow the renders. So very serious, only 20 people, and our page is on the Andrew Kramer follower. So if I post renders, your renders, maybe the King Andrew Kramer will saw it and send you love message, or maybe he will just don't care, and that's not a problem too, because you're not doing that for Andrew but for everybody. You can join us too on our Facebook page, which is nice. You can leave us comment or not. You can okay, and you can join us to this Facebook group called the Motion Designers Community. It's mostly French, but you have some English guys, and you can post renders, ask questions, and it's very cool. And now I think my cage is over, and you have the simulation, which looks smooth. So I like all the possibilities that you can have. Use all the dynamics inside Realflow, using a lot of things, and use the measure. By the way, if you don't have Xparticle, you can just use the basic Espresso thinking particle system, which is nice too. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and watch the tutorials in English. And if you are very with a lot of I don't know the word,